Gonna pick. There we go. Now mic's working. 13 seconds left now too. Hello, Shadow Wolf. Okay, maybe I'll just switch to Minecraft right now. Hopefully everything's working well. This is the prison we're working on, if you didn't know. Not necessarily meant to be inescapable, but it's supposed to be hard to escape. We have the fighting arena where you can fight other prisoners for fun. You can watch up there. We have a pool with a diving board. We have a little indoor racing track. You can use boats to go around this. A little canteen. You can eat lunch here. You're given food by probably some sort of cook. Then the cells over here. Also, let me just turn down Spotify a little bit. I don't know how loud it is for you, but it's a little loud for me. We have cell block A. I might do a cell block B. Otherwise, just gotta figure out what we're working on today. Probably should light up this racing area, so I'm gonna put some blocks in here. Now, how's everybody's day going? The luxury prison that's impossible to escape would be really tricky, because if you look at how did I forget his name? Hold on. If you look at Canadian's prison, it has quite a few flaws that make it easy to escape because of just spawning a portal inside the prison because of all the room. So you have to figure out a way to... There's not really a way to stop portals if you're making a big prison, so you just kind of have to accept the fact that this is going to be a thing. Also, yes, I am left-handed, Rocky. What do you guys think I should build next to this prison? Like, what am I missing? Because I have a canteen, pool, so there's a bunch of recreation. There's cells. Let's see what else. Could go for just like an infirmary if you're hurt, even though you could just respawn all the time. Might just want to get healed up by just quickly to get right back to a fight. Oh yeah, solitary. Let's do solitary. That's fun to build. Actually, yeah, dedicated gym is good. So, plans for today: gym, solitary. Shadow Wolf's Mythodac has no valid escape so far on Guy's Vault, so... where's the gym going to go is the question. How about we do the gym here, along this side, and then solitary on this side. Let's... YouTube is censoring Sven when he says subscribe to this guy. That's kind of rude to YouTube. Yeah, you should definitely listen to Sven. He knows what he's talking about. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, library is a good idea too. For solitary, I guess we could just make a 1x1 room. Let's do... Let's basically just copy the current cell, except make it smaller. So, redstone block, not redstone block, piston here. Actually, move it over a couple more. With a netherite block on it. Then obsidian. Walls. And let's see. There we go. Solitary cell. You're stuck in here. How many? We probably only need like 2 of these. I'm not expecting prisoners to be that rowdy. Texture pack. I should probably actually make a description for this stream. I'm gonna do that quickly because that'll answer some questions. Actually, wait. Edit. Yeah, description. Texture pack. I was thinking about a treadmill. It didn't work that well though, because actually, I think it worked well enough. Now that I think about it. Okay, well, I updated the texture pack, or I updated the description, so now the texture pack's in there. I guess let's do you can control solitary from here when it's unlocked by a key card, probably. So redstone dust here. Wait, why is that powered? Or oh, I flipped that. So redstone dust there into a repeater. Yeah, that works. A moat could be interesting. Probably not super practical though, considering you can place blocks. Might do that though. Oh yeah, how is the stream quality? Should be good. Let's check OBS. 0 dropped frames. That's pretty good. I don't know why my YouTube channel is on kids mode. I think it's just forced to be kids mode. Because I definitely don't have a setting for that. So okay. Let's build 3 of these. I can just do this. Stack 2. There we go. Oops, I forgot blocks here. No, this is in single player logic. Well, I think there's a kids mode, which means actually wait, I don't know. I'll have to look into that more. Because I know the channel, or I know videos aren't in the kids mode of any sort. Oh wait, this needs to be 2-1, not 3. My account is definitely not kids mode. Ah, it was making laggy. Come on. There we go. Oh wait, verifies the account settings. Okay, maybe. I got my name because basically I didn't have working headphones. I liked Minecraft. That's the entire reason. Nothing more to it. Let's see. Make one-time trap using piston. I could do that before the solitary. I think this works though, because then the guards can still give out food to the prisoners trapped in there, and then they can't access the lever for themselves. Yeah, so you're just stuck in here, like, behave yourself or you'll be in here for a week. Crying obsidian is just to give off some light, because crying obsidian, make sure that's always light level 8 or higher. So just use that. Areas like here, I'll probably want some lighting on the floor as well, because it drops down to 6. Though if I wait till 1.18, I could just, oh, that's still enough light to have mobs not spawn. I'm gonna turn down render distance because it's lagging because of streaming probably. There we go. Prisons was just sort of a on the whim thing. Saw Poseidon's Vault, was like, I can do better than that, and then built Hades' Vault. Okay, Minecraft's still lagging for some reason. I'll figure that out later. As long as it's not the stream lagging too. Yeah, stream is still 0 dropped frames. Okay, let's open Task Manager. Move that over here. I'm on 1.17 right now. Oh, I'm running out of memory. That's why it's lagging. Why am I running out of memory? Let's see what's using less memory. Okay, let's close Visual Studio Code. Okay. Oh yeah, death row, the ban item. Yeah, you could do that. Okay, actually, I think I'm running out of memory because there's a lot of activity going on Sven server right now. Okay. I was working on solitary. What's the lockdown system gonna be like? probably just... I want separate controls for lockdown and the cell for this. It actually... This is closed by this being powered. So if I just do something like this, I can power this from here. Just like this. Yeah, if I do this. No, wait, that turned on everything. How do I power this? Actually, I could do just a redstone line that goes down a block. Yeah. Yeah, Elder Guardians are annoying. So yeah, you just have to kind of deal with that. Redstone I'm working on a tutorial for. I'm not sure if I want it to be a like full thing that covers everything in Redstone or like the basics of it, but everything else I'm working on. I thought item frames were destroyed by lava because they're just entities that would burn in lava. Let's see. I need a regular bucket to pick the lava back up. Oh, okay, strange. But item frames, yeah, I guess you could. They make a little bit of noise though. That popping sound is pretty noticeable. Granted, picking up items makes noise too, so. Solitary, I think Solitary is mostly done. Just make it so that you can't open Solitary during a lockdown, which I'll have this line for lockdowns. So just take this and... I don't want this. Target block like this. That might work. If I just do this. Then actually I need to run it this way. There we go. That works. And now... Oh wait, I need this to be inverted. So now you power this. It unlocks... Oh wait, yeah. Or wait. So that's off. I unpower that. Yeah, okay. You lock down, you can't open the doors. When it's not locked down, you can. Yeah, block 36 is not obtainable, like you said. So if Pyramid removes that, that's gonna be buildable in survival, but still not that good of a person. Well, I mean, once it's Logic is making a joke. Yeah, the holes are just because it's not done yet. In case anybody was actually wondering. When building Inescapable Prison, I start from... Well, I just start with a somewhat design, although that's not the case for this one. I start with the layout I want. Like this case, the layout is cells, recreation over there, you get Solitary here, and then more recreation there. But like Gaia's Vault, we laid out cells in the middle with a hallway going around. Elder Guardians are not unobtainable in survival. They're actually relatively easy to obtain. It just takes a while. Anyways. Let's do gym here. It could be that wide. Just put them in a minecart. Elder Guardians can get into a minecart. So I guess let's do planks for the floor just to make sense. If that makes sense. And then, yeah, let's do that. Let's make a 3-block ring of obsidian. So there. And the floor here. $11 blocks for that. Relying on the prisoners to keep a game setting in a specific way is not a good idea, I think. Because then all they have to do is like, I don't feel like playing on 3 render distance, or I want to cause chaos, I'm going to increase my render distance to 5. And then you have issues related to that. Simplest way to prevent somebody sneaking in is just not having the guards enter or have access to the visitor area. No. By not having a way into the guard area from the visitor area. Like in Hades Wall and Guy's Wall, you can't get into the guard area from the visitor area. Well, Hades Wall you can get into like the stasis chamber activator, but that's not the main guard area. And the Guy's Wall you just can't access the guard area at all. That's the easiest way to do it. Yeah, let me just move this entire thing up of 100 blocks or so. Okay. 14, let's go 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's do 25 blocks. Hello, Mr. Socks. Then replace this with obsidian. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What? Why can't I not replace air with obsidian? Replace air with obsidian. There we go. And now we just have to build the walls. So this is a gym, so it should be relatively tall. Actually, how tall is this? It goes to here. Yeah, there's probably always there's almost always gonna be guards inside the prison anyways, so make sure the prisoners aren't doing anything weird and let the prisoners like access areas. So I'm not too worried about a player detector. I might make a simple one with like entities, just so that guards know somebody's outside. Oh, oops! I covered up the doorway. Let's do doorway here. Oh, I need to move this over 1 block. Move on. There we go. Cosmic has a pretty good take on the prison idea, which is museums or actual vaults is also a term you could use because they actually keep something in, not keep someone out. Although using a bat is kind of cheap, Cosmic. You can't control bats at all. That was the hardest part I had of getting people out of, or getting it out of the second one you made. I couldn't get the bat to follow me. Okay, now I just need to make sure you can actually power this all the way. Oh, I need the kit. I mean, you'd have to send somebody through a kill check to make sure their inventory is clear, which I mean, I guess you could do, but it'd be a little annoying for the prisoners. Oh no, whatever we do about somebody clearing the floor out. Actually, wait, I guess they can mine the. Yeah, okay, that's a good point. I'm not doing oak. I'll do netherite or ancient debris. There we go. Now the floor is still unique, but you can't break it. Does this get all the way? No, it doesn't. It goes here. So let's do that. And then I guess a block here. Now we can officially lock down the prison. Actually, I need to go over here too. Tip for everybody here: don't take redstone advice from Logical Plus. Don't worry, I can. Don't worry, he. Wait, I'm a. Wait, just shadow. Yeah. Let's see how far this can go, power wise. Okay, good. That reaches barely. And then, so we have solitary. We have a gym. Well, we probably should put stuff in the gym though. I can't use slime blocks. Wait, no, I don't need slime blocks. I need ice. Yeah, so ice. Let's do some treadmills. Actually, the issue with pistons is that you can break them with your hand. So I can't really do treadmills because of that. Although actually I can just do water. If I do something like this, sign. No, because they can just break the sign too. Yeah, I don't think it's any good way to do treadmills. Oh, I just thought of something that would result from the boat race thing. If somebody took a boat from the boat track, they could come over here, place it in their cell, and then spawn themselves on top of the prison. So I should probably make sure that they can't do that. Actually, I guess the simplest solution is just to make it so that if they try to get up here, there's a lava pit. So we'll scrape some lava. I'll do that for the rest of the cells later. So what else can go in the gym? Oh yeah, I could do that. Actually, I could even just use unpowered ones. Like this. Ice. And then water. How well does this work for a treadmill? It's okay. I'll think about it. Does blue ice or packed ice make you go backwards faster? Yeah, you were definitely shadowban logic. You definitely did not just send a chat message. Hello. Okay, I don't think ice changes how fast you go backwards in water. Let's just try blue ice so to be sure. Yeah, it's the same speed. So let's just use regular. Let's use packed ice so that it can't melt. A shadow band is when you don't know you're banned because you can still post stuff, but nobody else can see what you're posting. Right now I'm trying out a treadmill design. It's it's not very fun to use, so I don't know why anybody would use it, but it's a thing. Oh, Reptomics. Yeah, this event suspended was fun though. Okay. I think this is just a little too bulky and not really fun enough to bother having. But I'll leave it there for now. could do some sort of soccer or something like that. We need something tanky though. What if I grabbed... What if I made an iron golem? Or iron block I need. Jack-o'-lantern. Or carved pumpkin. I need iron bars. My Minecraft character is left-handed because I'm left-handed. I could do that, but it still would be taking up 3 blocks wide. Yeah, some sort of mining thing could be good. Iron blocks, make a iron golem. Let's get some knockback sticks. Anvil and knockback. So could do some... Okay, iron golems don't take knockback. That's good to know. So let's do something else that's somewhat tanky. Let's do Wandering Traders, and then just give it Turtle Master and Regeneration, probably. Or just Regeneration. There we go. There we go, okay. So let's bully a Wandering Trader. And use this guy as a soccer ball. Let's make a little soccer goal here. Now he's leaving. Oh, yeah, that's a good point too, so yeah. Soccer goal here. I might need to make the border around the gym a little bit bigger. I play Bed Wars and Sky Wars occasionally. Not that often though. I guess let's do iron block for this net top. Then let's try to score a goal. There we go, goal scored. I'm not using a wolf as a soccer ball. That'd be cruel and unusual to use a wolf as a soccer ball. Maybe logic. Maybe. Okay. Nope. Undo that rotation and then... Okay. There we go. 2 goals. Then let's put iron door. Actually, just iron doors with an iron block on top. And a lever. That's just button. So you can get in and out from both sides. You can't obtain the pufferfish with regeneration 10 million and survival. There's you wandering traders because they're so bullyable, and then you can use the soccer ball. There we go. So now we have a soccer field. I'm gonna move this treadmill because that's not very good. Wait, is that offset by a block? Wait. What? Wait, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. Is this a even number wide? Whatever. Yeah, I don't care that much. I might get them and fix it later. They could steal the knockback stick, but it's not. It wouldn't really help them all that much. It's probably not. Like, they could push a guard away, but the guards... Well, actually, guards have another armor on, so they'd be a lot more resistant than other knockback sticks anyways. Probably not Iron Golem's level resistance, but still pretty resistant. Okay, so top quality soccer field. Got a Wandering Trader. Splash damage with regeneration before each round. Oop. They won't have emeralds, so they can't trade with it. God Axe is not makeable in survival mode either. It does a little bit of damage, don't worry. Obviously, I just need to throw this guy in here. Throw some death in here. This guy would be perfectly fair and balanced. They'd be able to mine the ice, but they wouldn't be able to go beneath it because it would have obsidian. Okay, I'm just gonna drop this guy in the void. And he can die for the next 10 years, probably. I trolled logic with one of these death zombies, and it was fun. Also, it's perfectly legal to torture wandering traders. Skin customization, okay. I don't need these with my left hand, I just do it because I like it more. Texture pack is in the description. You might need to refresh the page to see it updated. It's a vanilla Toox pack that I use. Oh yeah, I should make it so you can actually open up the cells from the outside. How do I do this? Put a lever here. You can't reach that from here, right? And then I can just do sticky piston, redstone block. Then maybe... Actually, wait. If I take this redstone up here, I can do that. And then I just, yeah, this needs to be powered to close and unpowered to open. Oh wait, no, that closes that if I use that. Yeah, downward bed glitch would be amazing. I don't think that's possible though with the Minecraft code. Because the way the code works is that it checks, after it respawns you, it checks if you're intersecting a entity that has collision, so a shulker or a boat. And if you are, then it moves you up a block and repeats until you're not in a block anymore. Okay. So now you can close the cells. Oh, buy shadow if you're leaving. I don't know why everybody's pinging me, but it makes it stand out a little bit better. So it's fine. Your lockdown. Solitary is closed. Cells are closed. The gates are closed. All the gates are closed. Nice. Let's fix this. Oh, nice. You can stay here, Shadow Wolf. So yeah, solitary. Let's label the solitary in gym. Solitary, gym. Next up was the library. How big should the library be? Probably not that big. I wouldn't expect people to read very much. Although it could be a prisoner supply library. Prisoners can write books. They can put it in the library, and then other people can read those books. That could be neat. Also, I'm gonna up my render distance again because RAM usage is reasonable again. For me, it is currently 310. Okay, so library, let's do 1, 6, 7, yeah, wall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wait, there. Yeah. So then, here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Walls of obsidian here. Make a little doorway here. Then, yeah, just library. So I could do like lecterns for featured books, or featured book. Oh, it's not. Book. And just do some chests. Yeah, chests like this. Probably a little excessive on the number of chests, but whatever. And then must put the lectern here. Also, yeah, guys Vault in real life would not work because you have to kill people to get them in. You never know though. Someone could build guys Vault in real life. Probably a mad scientist of some sort who can revive you after killing you. Granted, a kill check wouldn't work in real life either because you don't drop items on death. Or at least, if you're hiding it, you're probably not dropping it on death. Yes, but I'm gonna probably just have somebody stationed in here. So you can't do that. Just like a librarian of sorts. Or maybe, actually, speaking of librarians, let's just say you check out a book from the library instead of directly getting it yourself. So iron bar. There we go. Now you come in here, check out a book. Librarian grabs it for you, gives it to you through the hopper, and you're good to go. Yeah, copying stuff is nice. Also, I have a mod that lets me do a ton of stuff with chests. Okay, so prisoner comes in here, says, "Can I have the book that let's just say the Meat Creeper wrote?" Librarian, sure. Comes, hands it to you. You can take it back to your cell. Read it there. Let's put some deep slate stairs in here. There's a chair. There we go. Nice little armchair. If I was making a person IRL, it would definitely be humane. Because in real life, probably much better to get him rehabilitated. In a Minecraft server, keeping him in is the best option because there's not really any reason to be rehabilitated. what are you gonna do? It's like, oh yes, they were nice to me in prison, so I'm not gonna go grief people and steal their stuff anymore. Because odds are, if they're griefing people and stealing their stuff, they don't care about the server that much, anyways. Don't worry, this is comfortable deep sleep. And it's also, I can't use wood stairs because I could just mine at them. Oh yeah, I don't think there's any softer stairs you can use that you can obtain. I guess you can do like a minecart. I occasionally do some survival, but not really that often. I'm more for creative mode. Let's put some sea lanterns in here, I think. Yeah, you can't steal if you're dead. Yo, you can't break the law if you're dead. That is true. Although there are places where it's illegal to die. So if you go one of those places, you can break the law by being dead. Actually, does France have a law against that? I think people say that it do, but I don't actually think it does. But there's a place in Greenland, I believe, that if you die, it's illegal because they can't bury you up there. Because of how cold it is. They can't dig the ground, so they have to ship you off somewhere else. Which is expensive. Basically, it's illegal because it costs money. Which ends about right. Okay, this should... Yep, that's closed. And it should be open again. I don't know why would it still be closed. Hello, Geometry Tube. Yep, that's open. Library is functional. Gym is functional. We have soccer, where you bully a wandering trader. Got cells. I should probably put a ceiling in the library. It'll only just be 2 blocks tall. Yeah. Sea lanterns, I don't believe you can craft just by what they drop. Iron bars don't drop anything. Ancient debris don't drop anything. You could theoretically get this iron door if you broke the ancient debris, but yeah. Iron blocks don't drop anything. Wait, what do sea lanterns drop when you break them? Oh, survival. Just prismarine, sea lanterns. Yeah, you can't craft a sea lantern from your inventory. Yeah, iron bars drop out king, as I said. There's signs. You can't obstruct a bed with signs though, so that's fine. There's levers. Can't obstruct a bed with this lever either. Lanterns drop if you break the block they're on. So, like, let's say I put a lantern. I put a lantern on this sea lantern, for example. I break that, the lantern drops a block. So, I guess they could break stuff in here, but you'd have a chef watching this probably. So you could just do... Put iron bars here. They can't do anything funny. They can't have any funny business. So you... slabs in here are gonna replace these with something else, like deep slate. Deep slate, brick slab. Oops. Walls, deep slate. There we go, now you can't get that. Yes, you can obstruct a bed with lanterns. Because they are solid blocked. How did I get through what? Or how do you get through what? Oh, you can probably turn these trap doors. You should probably be watching this anyway, so to make sure that nothing super bad happens. I'll replace these glowstone sea lanterns. And then these stairs with deep slate stairs. Let's do polished. The ladders in the pool, I don't think you can't obstruct beds with ladders. Hello, Jadago. Yeah, I'm debating whether or not to keep these as. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do deep slate. And then probably iron bars for the table. And then weighted pressure plate. Actually, wait, you could break the iron bars to run. Actually, you can't do anything with the pressure plate, so anyways. So yeah. Iron bar, weighted pressure plate. Bye, Thomas. Is Spookless is here too? What? Talk then. The cells, yeah, right here. I don't. You might be able to. You can't trigger a lockdown. Oops. Or you can't trigger the lockdown pressure plate. Yes, I think this is all fine. So what else does a prison need? We have a canteen. Well, we need the guard areas as well. Should probably do that at some point. We have canteen, racetrack, pool, fight room, regular cells, solitary cells, a gym, and a library. We could do a visitor area. We could do the guard areas. I think. Oh wait, I just realized I forgot. Which anyways. I think if you use a trap door, it doesn't quite work. If you use an iron trap door, you can't sit on this chair, so use the iron trap door for this, or pressure plate for this. Yeah. Let's put the roof on this room finally, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna make a visitor area. What side should be the front of the prison? I think the front should be that side. Actually, no, front should be over here. Yeah. Let's have the front be over here. So the visitor area could be over there. Let's see. As long as the visitors can't get into contact with the prisoners, it doesn't really matter if they have items. As long as the guards can stop them from doing stuff, then it should be fine to let them have items inside the visitor room. So yeah, let's just do. Gee, I think it will do a basic kill check for visitors just because it's safer that way. So visitors can go. Yeah, I can do a mail system as well. Let's do visitors go here. Can do iron door into a room where the prisoner sits. Behind, let's do a layer of glass, yeah, with a blast shield, probably. So glass, air for now, glass. Chair. Let's do hoppers you could destroy. If you're doing a visit, there's going to be a guard probably on at least the visitor side, if not both sides. Although a guard here will probably just be in this hallway, controlling the door. But also, if this room is only, let's say, 2 blocks wide, it also makes boat clipping a lot harder to do, just because there wouldn't be a place to place. There wouldn't be a place to put a boat. Actually could do, yeah, minecart hoppers here. Although then you can pearl into this block and end up in the redstone really quickly. Well, I'm not really worried about two visitors sneaking in, because they don't ever get in direct contact with the visitor just for reasons. Because this is like a real visitor thing. I already answered that question. Well, not I already addressed that concern, Savage. There's going to be a guard in here with the visitor. Probably. Almost certainly. And even if there wasn't, I'm pretty sure boat clip only works through one thick walls. Alright. Let's grab a boat. I just realized I don't actually know how to boat clip. Again, I don't know how to boat clip anyways. Hold on. Like somebody else who actually knows how to do that better would have to do it. But I am also fairly certain it only works in one block thick walls. I might move this onto a server at some point, not right now though, because I'm still working on it, doing the very basics. Let's move this back a few blocks. Move 2, I think. Actually, wait, yeah, let's probably just have the guards give the items over. That'd probably be the safest way to do it. Because then they can verify the items are actually like safe to hand over, and then there's no like tunnels between the two sides. Also, yeah, welcome Jerry. I started YouTube a while ago just for fun, and then I worked with Sven on Hades Wall. I was like, hey, I can make a guard video for this, and he's like, sure, and then I made the guard video. Bye, Samuel. What was the region you're living? I think it was. Wait. Oh, you didn't say. I played BTD 6. Okay. So the visitor could probably do one wide tunnel here. Try to keep withers out from the prison on the visitor area. Go in here, probably. Yeah, let's do a door. A door like this. Then you can't purple in or out while there's a visit going on. Okay, and then we could actually do the kill check. Actually, we need a way back out from the kill check. Preferably without having to go all the way to road spot. Because using bedrock limits where you can build it, requires you to build it down at bedrock level. And it's just generally inconvenient. Especially for a person like this where you want people to be able to walk around. I've looked at the 1.8C snapshots. I haven't played them really because I didn't feel like downloading it. I might though if it takes a while for the actual snapshots to release though. If I had to guess, they're probably gonna start coming out next week though, so I'm just gonna wait for that. Also, I can actually use. I'm actually able to use new technology that was discovered recently. But by doing something like this. Then regular piston. Like that. Like this. Then let's just do observer. Now let's okay. Yeah, Elytras being slower is actually probably just fine because they are really fast right now. I also like to change that now. It only uses durability when you glide. There we go. And then now I just need the way back out again. So this is the way in. A way out could actually just be having set their spawn somewhere in here and then killing them once they're ready to leave. So this way there's never a opportunity to actually like place a block in the doorway and block it. The button here was just for testing. It's actually going to be blocked off and then controlled by a guard. And actually, if I do, let me just fill this in. Let's do, yeah, the thick wall. To power the piston, I need to power this block here. And then let's do composter here. Wait. So minecart, flower pot. Goodbye, Mr. Socks. There we go. Then daylight sensor to make it look better. Now you get in here, get out, push button. Yep, this works. This is just a minecart X-ray station. You can right-click the minecart to get into X-ray, just crash to get out. Way more convenient than any like the pumpkin pie ones. This is not made by me though. This is made by I think it was Wisp that made it. Might have been someone else. Sorry if I'm giving credit to the wrong person. Yeah, so with blocks there, you can probably see prisoner side, visitor side. You can see the tunnel. You can see if somebody's trying to like sneak in through there somehow. Stuff like that. Goodbye, Shadow Wolf. This button, yeah, button allows people to set their spawn. Or not to just want to use the minecart. Let's put a bed here. An enchantment table on top. Lighting will probably just be to the use of crying obsidian. I guess about crying, right? Like that. You set your spawn here. Now let's put a trapdoor. Let's put a sticky piston here. With netherite on the front of it. You can power that. Enchantment tables are, I think, the strongest transparent block you can use. So you need a transparent block on top of a bed if you want to be able to set your spawn in it. Otherwise, just as bed is obstructed, like this. But if you use enchantment tables, you can set your spawn. And then they're also really strong, so you can stop people from mining it quickly. And this way, push this down. Put them in crawl mode, they can crawl through. Kill them in there, they respawn here. And that should be good to go. And then also, let's put a hopper minecart under here. Enter chests you could use as well because they can't open it because there's a block on top. Okay, so for this, let's put a door here. You close this. So you have the visitor walk into here, close the door, you set their spawn, you kill them. Any items they have will drop and get picked up. Once they respawn, you push them down. They crawl into here. I need an ender pearl. You have them spam right click this way. Then you push the blocks to the side. They get into the minecart. They talk to the prisoner. You kill them in here. They respawn here and you let them leave. Goodbye, hats. You probably want some way to reset their spawn point after they walk out of this room. Yeah, you can. Maybe you make it a one-way or one-time use door. You can use obsidian to fill that in, but otherwise, yeah, use netherite. And what's the point of streaming if you're not going to interact with chat? May as well just make a video at that point. Like the entire, at least in my opinion, the entire point behind streaming is that you can interact with people. Mutually is just a viewer. Or is a viewer, yeah. Should probably make a way to extend this piston. Put a button here. Let's do that. Actually, I need to make a lever. Actually, that quasi powers that. So let's put the lever on the ceiling. Yeah, I'm probably gonna make it. Yeah. So the window is. Wait, no, window's all the way over here. I'll probably do observer, piston, netherite block. So you have observer there, observer here. Netherite blocks. Or the obsidian blocks. Facing. Wait. Like that. Using a full computer in prison is just pointless. It's gonna be interesting to do though, but there's not really a reason to do it because you don't need that much computing power, and they're too slow to really be practical for prisons. Using dedicated circuits like the lockdown system in Guy's Fault is the better way to do it because it's faster. Okay. Guess I can walk in here. Actually, I have an idea. Let's try something. Let's see if OBS breaks when I do this. Let's open up my alt. Hopefully OBS keeps recording the same track. Or same video. I mean, if people take all the netherite blocks instead of breaking in, that's good too, because it means they're not breaking somebody out. Hard drives are a pain to build in Minecraft. Okay. 63354. You probably don't need memory for a prison. A counter could potentially counters can be useful, like in Hades Vault, the bed counter. That was a good use for it. Okay. So yeah, now the guard gets in here. Can I make it so you can see the actual? I'm gonna turn off audio for Creeper. There we go. So if I fill that in, can you see? No, you can't. Actually. You can actually you can see the bottom of that. So yeah, it comes in here. You get out, you would flip a lever to close this door. Then probably dispense harming potions to kill them. Wait. No, they need to set the spawn first. Yeah. Then you kill them. Let's kill the creeper. Once they respawn, you'll see them respawn. You get out, put them in a crawling position. They crawl over to the door. Then you push this button. They get in. Normally you go straight back into here, but I don't have enough time for that. I feel like show it to people at once. They talk to the visitor, blah blah blah, or prisoner. Get out, open that back up. Kill them. They respawn back over there. You open up this door and they leave. Yeah, that could work. That should work. Should be smuggle proof, assuming you have enough minecarts here. Like, that many. How many is that? I think it's 10 or so. Also, is OBS still recording the proper screen? Yeah, it is. Okay. Though, so I don't think you can smuggle anything because you can't grab any items back. Maybe you can throw something onto the bed. Let's see. I mean, even if you did, the guard would see it though. So yeah, you throw an item here, the guard sees it's like, you can't do that, and just kicks you out. Yeah, no, I don't think there's any way you can throw an item in here that's not seen. Oh, that just threw it into the hopper. Yeah, so you throw it there. It's pretty obvious. Although, like Emerald said, if I grab an item frame, how well does that hide it? I mean, they would see and hear you place the item frame, but you can see it there. What about this one? Okay, so it would hide it if you put it on the far side, but it would also big noise, so you can just hear it. Yeah, so I think this is fine. I mean, worst comes to worst, I just put a trapdoor. Like I think somebody said. Well, you said hoppers and the trapdoor on top. Using a minecart below the block is more secure because then you have to break like obsidian to get to it versus just an iron trapdoor. Yeah, I'll have a trigger lockdown button here. Can you place item frames in here now? No, you cannot. Okay, good. Actually, if you place something here, can you see it? I mean, you can still hear it. Yeah, you can't see it, but you can still hear it. Actually, I may as well make sure you can actually hear it. Let's give this the meat creeper. Get in the minecart. And then... yeah, you stand here. Oh, you can see that you're holding the item frame. You can see me place it. But yeah, you can also just hear it. So yeah, this doesn't really work. Oops. Yeah, so lockdown. I need a lockdown system versus where can I make a button for it. The guard areas. There's gonna be a guard tunnel here. You're probably gonna go down. I might want to move this entire person upwards. Actually, wait. I think trapdoors on the floor obstruct beds. Yeah, blocks attracted / kill. Oh wait, no, I didn't put a trapdoor there. The thing I'd be worried about more is crawling, but I'm pretty sure you can crawl. Yeah. So this is all fine. There's no trapdoor here. Then you can't spawn withers anywhere because it's all too small. There's no 3x3 spaces. Well, not inside the visitor area anyways. Yeah, so I think this is fine for visitors. Aside from any of the controls for this door, I think this should all work. I don't think it needs a keycard reader because even if you did somehow get into it, you can't actually like open any doors to the prisoner area. And yeah. I mean, I guess you could get items into the visitor room. But you'd also have to get into this room in the first place, which you can't really do practically. Especially if I were to like move this out 8 blocks, you couldn't course into it anymore either. Yeah. So aside from visitor, any other rooms that you actually need for like the prisoners? We have canteen, pool, fight room, racetrack, soccer field, cells, solitary, library. I don't know what else you can really do in Minecraft besides maybe a mining pit. Well, actually, could do mining pit store where you can buy fun things. Like, what fun things can you do as items? Actually, we could do a room where you can build stuff as long as it doesn't include like a bed or another portal. And then you just die to get back out because they'll send you back to your cell. Like, snowballs could be fun. You just buy a bunch of snowballs and throw them at prisoners. Yeah, speed potions, strength potions, stuff like that to give you an edge in the fighting rink. I mean, that'd probably make other prisoners not like you, but it could be interesting to have. Just walk into here with this with the Turtle Master potion and a strength potion. Roll call you could probably just do in like the racetrack or something, or do it in the cells even. Make sure have everybody go to the cells, close the cells up. That could be your roll call. Currency. If you had a mining thing, you could make different ores currency. Like diamonds are worth maybe 5 iron. 1 iron gets you like a snowball. Emeralds could even be worth more. Yeah, buy a tuxedo, buy leather armor. Buying armor could be good too. Walks into the fight club with full netherite armor, strength potion, regeneration, turtle master. When you're going against somebody who has nothing. Oh, casino, that could actually be fun. That could be a really good thing to add. But that promotes gambling. Ooh, yeah, actually, jobs would actually be a good idea too. Maybe make sure you can work inside the kitchen. You still need a guard to make sure that people aren't breaking stuff, but... Oh, you could have betting. Like, bet on who's gonna win the soccer match. Dying would probably just be... whatever you had on you, you lose. So if you had money on you, they'd lose it. But you could have people, like, betting on who's gonna win a fight. Stuff like that. Basically, lots of gambling. Get some gambling addictions going. You know, like logic said, gambling is good for you, kids. Everyone knows nobody's ever had issues with gambling before. We're theory crafting, G-Dog. Or G-Doggo. Yeah, who needs a prison? You can just make a casino. Oh yeah, they'll give them access to pickaxes, which probably isn't the best idea. Yeah, let's not do mining, but let's do gambling and jobs. I mean, if nobody wants to escape the prison, then they're not going to escape. Like, you get free food, you get free entertainment. Why not be in the prison? Might go to prison on purpose. I mean, you don't need a 401k if you're in prison for your entire life. Yes, the greatest prison. Maybe not security-wise, but just actual usability. It's probably gonna be the most survival buildable one ever, too. Because, like, it's not that big. Like, that's probably about as the size of Hades' vault, but way shorter. Yeah, pay for your own bail. Not necessarily. Prison can just be to keep you away from other people. Like, if you look at, not New Zealand, Netherlands, I think. I think they have prisons pretty much purely made for reform. Basically, just like staying in a hotel, but you can't leave. Like prisons like Geisel are definitely supposed to be just punishments, but those are for people who like commit mass murders on a server that you only have one life. This would be for like people who griefed one too many times. It's like you're going to prison for a month because we don't want you to do that. And then keep them in here. You give them entertainment, so they don't want to leave. And then if they're not leaving, they're not grieving. Yeah, you rehab them into 10 scavenger. Actually, no, I think it's Sweden I was thinking of for prisons that are like pure rehab. Yeah, I think this is all I'm gonna do for today because it's been an hour and a half and I do have some other things I need to do. I was planning on streaming earlier, but somebody may notice they changed the time because of Sen's event, which is a good thing I did too because the event went past the original 1 o'clock time. Yeah, knockback sticks are for soccer. You can just make this one way, have guards kill prisoners to get them out of the arena, and then make sure they don't have any sticks. Although I guess they could just throw it over the wall. So the guard would see that. Even then, not a huge issue. So, yeah, snacks and stuff, go to canteen whenever you want. Like, hey, can I have a piece of bread? Sure. Yeah, true. Unless you don't want people to be dead. Like real life, you could just execute everyone who kills someone, but you don't want to do that. Partially for morals, partially because of other stuff. I've been thinking about hardcore prisons, actually. I might do that at some point as well. Because hardcore prisons have the challenge of not being able to kill people, but you also can't kill people to get them out. You have to actually get them out alive. So yeah, let's take some notes for next time. Plans for the prison. Casino. Oh yeah, I guess you can make snowballs. So you can only, yeah, so you can't do snowballs. So let's figure out other things you can do. Or give prisoners just for fun. Okay, so casino, stores, just jobs in general. Yeah, make 5 different casinos. Like an official betting place could be nice. You can bet on fights, you can bet on races, bet on soccer. That could be fun. Yep, all the gambling. Make sure people have gambling addiction. Yes. Yep, jobs to get money to gamble away. Yes, yes. I mean, what is life if you're not gambling? I have to add a disclaimer saying don't actually go gamble your life away. Just get them so much debt that they can never afford their bond. Or, yeah, bail. Also, goodbye, Savage. You can't ever leave prison if you can never pay off your bail. And if you say you can't leave prison when you have a debt, then never leave prison ever. Flying machine to exceed. Yeah, make an exclusive bridge. If you can make the floors dirty, that's more impressive than cleaning them. Yeah, okay. Well, it's been an hour and 30 minutes. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. So I do have some real life things to take care of, sadly. I'll try to have the next stream for this be sooner than this one was. Otherwise, that's it for now. Yeah, so farewell, everyone. If you like the video, feel free to like, or like the stream, I should say. Feel free to like. If you dislike the stream, dislike it. Want to see more of this, subscribe. Otherwise, heading off, if you want to talk to me more, join Discord, and I'll see you guys the next time. I'll probably be in chat for a few more minutes.